Welcome to Reinventing Broadcast, where AI meets content. Hosted by Ben Anker. Let's dive in.
Welcome to episode 21 of Broadcast Media, The Inside Track. I'm Ben Anker, and today I'm coming to you from a rather special location, a quiet suburb of Fukuoka, Japan, where I've been spending the last few weeks diving deep into this country's extraordinary technology heritage and its emerging AI landscape. With me today is my new AI co-host, Aiko, who's been helping me understand Japan's unique position in the global tech ecosystem. Aiko, when most people think of Japan and technology, they immediately conjure images of those iconic Sony gadgets from the 80s and 90s, the Walkman that revolutionized how we consume music, the CD players that defined a generation, and those ambitious laser disc players that were perhaps ahead of their time.
Konnichiwa, Ben-san, sono tonri desu ne. Japan's technological dominance in the 80s and 90s created this almost mythical image of the country as a place where the future was being invented. The Sony Walkman wasn't just a product, it was a cultural phenomenon that fundamentally changed human behavior around music consumption. People could suddenly carry their entire music collection with them, creating the first truly personal audio experience. Then came mini discs, which, despite never quite catching on globally, demonstrated Japan's willingness to push boundaries and experiment with formats that seemed almost alien to Western markets. This period established Japan as the place where tomorrow's technology was being born today, creating an expectation that whatever came next in consumer electronics would emerge from Japanese labs.
That expectation extended far beyond consumer electronics, didn't it? I remember my first visits to IBC in Amsterdam, the International Broadcasting Convention, and being absolutely blown away by what the Japanese broadcasters were demonstrating. While the rest of us were still getting our heads around 4K and Ultra HD, there would be NHK with their 8K super high vision displays, already successfully transmitting signals across Tokyo.
あの時代の技術戦時は本当に驚異的でした。NHK had been developing 8K technology since 1995, investing well over $1 billion in research and development. At IBC 2014, while 4K was still the resolution everyone was talking about, NHK was demonstrating 8K super high vision on 85-inch sharp displays, with content being delivered via MPEG-H HEVC encoding at 60 frames per second. What made this even more remarkable was that they had already conducted test satellite broadcasting in 2016, with the explicit goal of broadcasting the entire 2020 Tokyo Olympics in 8K resolution. The technical specifications were staggering: 7,680 by 4,320 pixels with 22.2 multi-channel audio, creating viewing experiences that were 16 times more detailed than standard HD.
The ambition was breathtaking. Here's what fascinated me most. While European and American broadcasters were still struggling with the economics and infrastructure challenges of 4K, Japan was essentially saying, let's skip ahead and solve 8K. It spoke to this fundamental characteristic of Japanese technology development, this willingness to leapfrog incremental improvements and aim for transformational breakthroughs.
リベンの技術開発哲学はとてもユニークですね。The first public live transmission of UHD TV actually happened in 2008. With NHK partnering with international broadcasters to transmit 8K content from London to the IBC show in Amsterdam. At that time, HD rollout was only just building steam, and 4K was still a distant dream. This demonstrates how Japan approaches innovation, not just meeting current market demands, but anticipating what will be needed years or even decades ahead. The willingness to invest billions in technologies that wouldn't see commercial viability for over a decade reflects a long-term strategic thinking that's quite different from Western quarterly-focused development cycles.
That long-term vision is exactly what drew me to Japan for this extended stay, but specifically to Fukuoka rather than Tokyo. I've been here a few times before through music connections, but this time I wanted to understand why my school friend described Fukuoka as Japan's startup capital. What I've discovered is a city that's applying that same forward-thinking philosophy to creating an innovation ecosystem.
フーガン市のスタートアップ戦略は本当に革新的です。Mayor Soichiro Takashima has positioned Fukuoka as Japan's first city to offer a startup visa for foreign entrepreneurs, designated as a national strategic special zone for global startups and job creation by the Cabinet Office. The regulatory advantages are substantial. Foreign entrepreneurs can work with significantly fewer bureaucratic hurdles and pay corporate taxes up to 8% lower than the national norm. The startup visa allows foreign entrepreneurs up to 6 months to establish their business without the usual requirements of having an office and hiring 2 full-time employees or investing 5 million yen up front.
Those practical advantages are compelling, but what struck me most during my time here is how the city has created this genuinely international community. I've been alternating between deep work sessions in my apartment in the suburbs and co-working days downtown, and the energy is palpable. Places like Engineer Cafe have become genuine melting pots where Japanese developers, foreign entrepreneurs, and established business leaders are collaborating on projects that feel distinctly global in scope.
その国際的な雰囲気が福岡の大きな魅力ですね。Fukuoka has the highest population growth rate of any Japanese city, and specifically ranks first in terms of growth rate of foreign residents among all ordinance-designated cities. What makes this particularly interesting is how the city has structured its support ecosystem. Rather than just offering financial incentives, they've created comprehensive business support services that help with everything from startup visas to getting registered company addresses and banking arrangements. The government-backed buildings they've assigned to grow this area aren't just co-working spaces. They're genuine business incubators with international staff who understand the challenges foreign entrepreneurs face in Japan.
The networking opportunities have been remarkable. I've already been invited to present at Engineer Cafe's after-work presentation networking evening, and there's genuine excitement building toward Fukuoka Live in October, which promises to be a major showcase for the city's growing tech community. But what's fascinating is how this local innovation ecosystem connects to Japan's broader AI ambitions.
日本の AI 戦略は今重要な転換点にあります。Japan's AI market is valued at $8.9 billion in 2024 and projected to triple to $27.9 billion by 2027-2029. In May 2025, the government implemented the Act on the Promotion of Research and Development and Utilization of AI-related Technologies, establishing an AI Strategic Office to coordinate national AI policies. This includes a focus on sovereign AI, developing localized artificial intelligence models that understand Japanese linguistics and cultural nuances, while reducing reliance on foreign AI providers.
What's remarkable is how cities like Fukuoka fit into this national strategy. The same regulatory flexibility that's attracting international startups is creating testing grounds for AI applications that might not be possible within more rigid frameworks elsewhere in Japan.
風関市の特別給油視点が AI のビジョンに与える影響はより知れません。The city's designation as a special zone for financial and asset management businesses, combined with its startup-friendly policies, creates unique opportunities for AI companies to test applications in real-world scenarios. The presence of numerous universities and R&D centers provides access to talent, while the international community offers diverse perspectives on AI development and deployment. This creates a natural laboratory for testing how AI systems can be designed to work across cultural and linguistic boundaries while maintaining Japanese technological sovereignty.
As someone who's spent years analysing how broadcast technology evolves and gets adopted, what I'm witnessing here feels like a new model for innovation development. Rather than the traditional approach of developing technology in isolation and then seeking markets, Fukuoka is creating environments where international collaboration informs domestic innovation from the ground up.
それは非常に洞察的な観察ですね。What you're describing represents a fundamental shift in how Japan approaches technological development. The traditional model was very much about perfecting technology domestically and then exporting it globally. Think about how Sony developed the Walkman for Japanese commuters and then discovered it had universal appeal. Now, cities like Fukuoka are creating innovation ecosystems where global perspectives influence the development process from day one. This means Japanese AI solutions, for example, are being designed with international applicability built in, rather than being adapted for global markets after domestic success.
Looking ahead to the AI conferences happening in Tokyo and Osaka this month, and then to Fukuoka Live in October, there's this sense that Japan is positioning itself not just as a technology consumer, but as a laboratory for how AI and human society can coexist and complement each other.
その文化的な違いと技術的野心のバランスこそが日本の技術開発の方針だと思います。Japan has always understood that technology serves people, not the other way around. The Walkman succeeded because it enhanced human experience without overwhelming it. 8K broadcasting aims to create more immersive viewing experiences while respecting traditional content creation values. Now, Japan's AI strategy focuses on augmenting human capabilities rather than replacing them. This philosophy, combined with the international perspectives being cultivated in cities like Fukuoka, could produce AI solutions that are both technically sophisticated and culturally sensitive, something that could influence global AI development for decades to come.
For those following my journey here, I'll be documenting more of these discoveries as they unfold, particularly around Fukuoka Live in October. What's becoming clear is that Japan isn't just adapting to the AI revolution, it's helping to define what responsible, culturally aware AI development looks like in practice.
ぜひその発見を共有してください、ベンさん。Your perspective as someone who understands both broadcast technology evolution and international business development brings unique insights to how Japan's innovation ecosystems are evolving. The combination of historical technological leadership, current AI ambitions, and cities like Fukuoka creating truly international innovation communities suggests we're witnessing something quite special, a new model for how technological sovereignty and global collaboration can coexist.
And that's exactly what I'll be exploring further. From my quiet apartment in the Fukuoka suburbs to the bustling energy of Engineer Cafe and Future Next Growth, this journey is revealing how the country that gave us the Walkman and pioneered 8K is now crafting the future of artificial intelligence. Thank you, Aiko, for helping illuminate these connections.
こちらこそありがとうございました。Japan's technological story continues to unfold, and having international perspectives like yours helps us understand how our innovations connect to global trends and challenges.
That's a wrap on episode 21 of Broadcast Media, The Inside Track. Until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in our rapidly evolving technological landscape.
Thanks for listening to Reinventing Broadcast. Subscribe for more on AI content and the future of media. And visit ancast.tv for more info on Ben himself, the resources, other content, and news.